Photos from one of Diddy's infamous parties featuring stars like Will Smith have recently resurfaced, causing quite an uproar on the internet. We'll cover all this and more, so stick around. Famous rapper Sean Diddy Combs has been making headlines for the better part of the year after it was discovered that he was not treating other people as he should and forcing women in particular into situations against their will. Ever since the first lawsuit against the music artist came to light in November of last year, every name ever attached to this man has been looked at under a microscope. And Diddy in particular has built many famous connections over the years thanks to his infamous parties. It was a status symbol to be invited because the guest list included many big stars like Bruce Willis, Will Smith, and even once Leonardo DiCaprio, or even more recently the Kardashians. Basically, it meant something to be in attendance at one of these parties. But now what was once a great honor is proving to be many stars' greatest mistake. As more and more photos resurface from past Diddy-hosted events, more and more famous faces find themselves tangled up in the mess simply from being in the same place. And now this is happening to famous actor Will Smith. Smith attended and was likewise photographed at one of Diddy's parties back in 2004, almost 2 decades ago. Now this party in particular, from the photos Smith is in, it doesn't look too strange, a regular bash. However, other photos allegedly taken from the evening show the less family-friendly side of the event. In one photo you can clearly see an unclothed woman lying on a table surrounded by and with food on top of her body. She has a leaf to protect her lower half, however she is exposed everywhere else. One picture shows Combs standing over the woman and staring down at her while eating what appears to be a chocolate strawberry. The woman is surrounded by these chocolate strawberries and grapes and other food items and candles. The act of eating off of an unclothed woman is actually a known Japanese practice that some would consider an art, but it was outlawed in China in 2005 after it was deemed a public health concern and morally wrong. Despite the photos from this particular party being available for decades, people are just starting to overanalyze them now due to all the accusations against Combs. Technically, Diddy was enjoying a Japanese practice, but his past inappropriate actions have made people wonder if the woman on the table was a willing participant or simply forced to be there. It appears Will Smith was in attendance at this particular party. In one photo, you can see him conversing with Combs, and in another with Combs and another gentleman while Bruce Willis sits beside them at the table. One can assume all these photos were taken on the same night due to Combs wearing the same outfit as the one in the photo with the unclothed woman. Will Smith and Combs are only pictured talking to one another. It's unclear if Smith also visited the table with the woman or kept his distance. It appears that this party in particular was possibly one of Diddy's famous white parties. These were hosted on Labor Day and everyone had to wear white, hence the name. Diddy shared in a 2006 interview with famous TV host Oprah why everyone in attendance must wear white, saying, "I wanted to strip away everyone's image and put us all in the same color and on the same level." Considering the range in fame of attendees of the event, it makes sense that he would want everyone on the same page. To be invited to this Diddy party in particular was once a privilege. It was attended by stars like Paris Hilton and the Kardashians, so if you were there, it meant you were somebody. In the photos of the party, almost everyone, including Diddy, is wearing white. However, some notable guests weren't, like Will Smith and Owen Wilson, who were also pictured at the event. Considering the all-white clothing policy was strictly enforced at the Labor Day bashes, it's possible that this 2004 event was just an average celebration. Another type of party that Diddy would allegedly host was very different, and it was called freak-offs. Some of the people that accused the rapper of inappropriate behavior described events that happened at these particular parties, citing things like forcing women into inappropriate acts while the rapper watched. Victims of these freak-off parties allegedly endured such physical exertion that they were given IV fluids after in order to fully recover. Knowing that Diddy allegedly often would force people into things they didn't want to do has made the situation with the woman on the table much more concerning. Diddy had a large influence in Hollywood to the point where one professor at the University of Virginia had dubbed it the Diddy phenomenon. Professor A.D. Carson specializes in hip-hop and the global south and has explained the rapper's influence and reason behind it. Professor Carson said, "Rappers kind of operate with a symbolic value to people. That's the Diddy phenomenon." The professor went even further and claimed that because Diddy eventually grew into a person that had a huge influence over black culture, it made him someone other black celebrities wanted to be around. Not only has Diddy been pictured at parties with celebrities like Will Smith, but also with Oprah and Usher on other occasions, like at the 2010 Met Gala after party. But Diddy and Will Smith have a connection past just partying. A rumor made its rounds that while Diddy was dating J-Lo in the late 90s, early 2000s, Will Smith and his wife had propositioned the threatening from the Block singer with an invitation to join them in bed. Allegedly, Diddy wasn't too happy with that and threatened to attack Smith. A wild rumor indeed that found its way into a more recent segment of Jimmy Kimmel Live. Never one to shy away from anything, Kimmel straight up asked the rapper if this was true. At first, the music artist made absolutely no movements, just kept his face in a very serious mask. Eventually, he did respond with, "You really heard that?" and laughed the whole thing off, claiming he didn't know what Kimmel was talking about. The talk show host played into the bit, making a remark about how one can't believe everything they read on the internet. Even if the rumor proved to be true, Smith and Combs must have worked it out, considering they were pictured at multiple events together in later years, including the premiere of Hancock in 2008. Plus, in a turn of fate, Diddy happened to be the person speaking next at the Oscars the year that Will Smith rocked Chris Rock live on television. After the moment happened, Diddy had come out on stage and said, "I did not know that this year was going to be the most exciting Oscars ever. Okay, Will and Chris, we're going to solve that like family at the Gold Party, okay? But right now, we're going to move on with love." As the current year keeps moving forward, more and more details about Diddy's case come to light. Diddy's so-called freak-off parties have been a hot topic of conversation. Allegedly, 1,000 bottles of lubricant, widely reported to be baby oil specifically, were found in the rapper's home. Allegedly, these were bought to be used for the elaborate freak-offs. Diddy's lawyer claims that the number of bottles was blown way out of proportion and tried to reason out why the rapper would need so many at all, saying things like the rapper has a large house and would buy in bulk, as if that explains the situation at all. He even tried bringing up popular bulk buying store Costco, claiming that people always buy large amounts of one item there all the time. Costco was quick to detach themselves from the narrative and came out with a statement that no store in the US even carries baby oil. Combs attempted to deny any wrongdoing for a very long time, but then on May 17th this year, a video surfaced of him doing exactly what he was accused of in a lawsuit filed November 16th, 2023. The video was surveillance footage from 2016 taken in a hotel. Diddy's girlfriend at the time was Cassie Ventura, the same woman who filed that November lawsuit. The video essentially showed Diddy doing everything to her that she had said in her lawsuit, acting violently towards her and apparently throwing things. It became undeniable that the rapper was more than capable of committing the acts he had been accused of by many different parties and individuals. But what do you think of the situation? Let us know, and if you want more details, check out unseen celebrity footage leaked from Diddy's exclusive parties for a more in-depth look. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!